Hey y'all, back again with another Love and Marriage Huntsville, the last of the season. Love and Marriage Huntsville review. This is reunion part 3. So, just a little update in case you guys don't watch Love After Lockup to see my little life updates on there, but I have been adjusting to getting a new job and putting my baby in daycare and being on a whole nother schedule as family. So, these reviews have been I've been trying to figure out what my regular schedule of doing these reviews is going to be. It's definitely going to have to be like an after work thing and a weekend thing for the most part because I go to work at 7. I have to be at work at 7 and it's dark before then. Like, it don't get bright until 7:15 or so. So it ain't like I can really do it in the morning in a place where I can have decent lighting and not be too loud in a room that's next to my baby. I ain't trying to wake her up too early at 5 o'clock in the morning trying to do reviews. So, trying to figure out my schedule on that. But anyway, on to the review. Like I said, this is the last part of the reunion, y'all. Thank the goodness for that. Trying to figure out how I feel about this flavor. I don't think it's my favorite. I got a little protein sample pack and it's got like 6 or 7 different flavors, so I'm trying to figure out what's my favorite flavor of this brand, because I know I like this brand the most because it's black owned and they don't taste chalky. So even though that's not my favorite flavor, it's still better than pretty much every other protein out there because it don't taste so chalky. It don't leave that crazy aftertaste in your mouth. So, trying to pick out my favorite flavors, y'all. So, the reunion starts off where the last one left off with Betty and Mel arguing. Or I say Betty arguing with her daggone self about Mel. Doing the most. Betty is mocking her, yada yada yada. You're not my mama or my daughter. I don't have anything. You don't tell me to do anything. Mel said, I wouldn't want to be your daughter. You be calling her B words too. Stormy is like, Mel, I like you and I don't want it to be a problem between us because of my mom. Okay. Next we move on to Junior. Cousin Junior. He said, he might have taken advantage of the situation a bit, but he did step off from Stormy's business to do his other thing. Betty and Lisa are still in the same space and they need to mend it. But the way Lisa act, y'all, like, I don't agree with Betty not helping taking care of her mother because, that's your mama at the end of the day. But the way Lisa is, I can see where you would just not want to deal with Lisa at all. So the mama just ended up being collateral damage, which is not right. But Lisa is she's evil. She evil, like Mel said, because she just was doing the absolute mess. So next we see the Fletcher's package, how they've been this season. And Carlos King asks Nell, why didn't you want to do the show? Nell said, didn't you just watch the package? You see why I didn't want to do the show. You see my kids. You see how, I didn't want to be putting my mess on Front Street, basically. She said the relationships are better in the family. She's realized that, the kids are going to ask for money. She's going to give it to them, but she can't expect it back in a timely fashion. They'll give it back when they can give it back, and she has to be all right with that. Y'all, Nell looks good. The wig is laid, the dress is dressing, the face is beat. Nell looks so good. She looks so good up there. I was like, girl, lady, auntie, girl. Anyway, so they talking about how the Fletchers were offended because Marcel and Tisha didn't invite them to be a part of the expo. Well, I was just focused on the course 6 and then well, Stormy ain't course 6. Well, yeah, but I had a relationship with her. I don't really talk to Nell like that. I did, say at one point that I was going to have Fletch be a part of it, but, I just forgot. I just wasn't focused on it. I forgot. Marceau said, well, I knew Fletch was a broker, a real estate broker, and then one day he pulled up to Black and he had this cleaning service truck, and I was like, oh, you just started a cleaning service? He said, no, I've been had this. But I think that he's very sexist because even in this conversation about businesses, he never told me that his wife, Nell, had a business. It's just very sexist. I think it's so sexist. Colors King said, Marceau calling someone else sexist? That's rich. Took the words out of all of our mouths, y'all. So, next, Colors King has to do the messy thing that he does because why was this even necessary to be a part of this? We didn't see their cheating on the show. So, I just felt that this was just him being messy. He asked Nell, how did she find out that Fletch was cheating? She said someone told her. He said, was it the other woman? She said, no, I don't think no woman is crazy enough to come up to me and tell me she's smashing my husband. I said, I know that's right. We see Nell acting a fool for absolutely no reason at all. I wouldn't dare go give that lady a reason to act a fool because she probably going to act a fool upside your head. Okay? So, if I believe her, I believe her. She said they ended up separating for 18 months, but love make you do crazy things. I love him. I wanted my marriage, so we got back together. They then discussed how the experience helped them counsel the hoax because they had been through that. She said that she sees a bit of Chris Fletcher and Martell because they're both pretty arrogant. They both, like to dress and present themselves in a certain way. And I guess that's why Martell looked up to Fletch in that regards because he probably thinking, well, if you can get your wife back being all arrogant and cocky, I can get my wife back even though I'm arrogant and cocky. But it's like, sir, you had a baby on your wife. It's a little different. A little different. So next we stay asking Martell, who was that woman that you brought in the house in Houston? He said she came to give him a massage. Tisha was like, was it a happy ending? Did she give you a happy ending? Mel said, well, where was the massage bed? Because, if you go to a licensed masseuse, if they're coming to the house to give you a massage, they come in with their massage bed. He said, well, I ain't asked to see no license. I mean, I just want a massage. Everybody's like, okay, right. Carlos asked if they find it disrespectful that he brought the lady in. Nell says yes, she felt it was disrespectful. Everybody else is just kind of like, Kimmy is like, no, I didn't care. And they still going on saying that he got a massage. And Kimmy goes, well, Mel, you got a massage too, right? Mel says, by a lady. I got a real massage by a real masseuse that was a lady. I wasn't bringing in no masseuse on the slick as a booty call, like. And I just thought it was so weird for Kimmy to even bring that up as if it was the same situation. Like, it's not the same situation. It didn't appear to be the same situation. If it was similar, I feel like the cameras would have showed whoever came to massage Melody coming into her bedroom. But clearly it wasn't that. So for Kimmy to do that, it was just like, sweep around your own porch, lady. Sweep around your own porch. So they asked Melody, they asked the both of them, well, where did you get this? Where does masseuse come from? Martell couldn't answer. They call it Melody. She says, well, I'll answer, but Martell can't steal my answer. And she talked about this app named Zeal with licensed masseuse, and then wherever you go, you could do that. Martell said, yeah, exactly. Yeah, Zeal. That's where I got it from. They just play all day. So now we are back on if Melody cheated on him. Nell said, well, it was 5 years of you cheating, so she deserves a pass. Was it Nell or was it Stormy? One of them was like, she deserves a pass. She can get a pass. And it's kind of sounding like she admitted to cheating. I would say cheating back. She admitted to cheating back, but it's like they said, it was 5 years of you cheating. So if she want to cheat back, oh well. I don't feel no way about it. Do your thing, Mel. Get you some goody good. Cause this fool right here, Melody says, I have never seen a person more concerned about a vagina that ain't his no more. It don't belong to him no more. Next, they hop on Martell and Nell's argument. Well, Chris, people feel like you allowed Martell to disrespect your wife. He says, well, he didn't see it as him disrespecting her. He just saw it as a brother and a sister arguing. Mel said, no, they are friends, but they still are elders. And, you need to walk off if you get that heated talking to a woman. I can definitely see both sides. Martell absolutely did the most, but we see that Nell is a firecracker as well. So with them being as close as they are, I see Fletch not wanting to get all up in arms about them having an argument, because it just wasn't that deep. They probably argued all the time in their personal conversations because they just have such conflicting, differing views. So I can see both sides. I can't see both sides. He says, well, do you owe her an apology? First, Martell is like, no, well, we both can apologize. They said, but you walked up on her. You walked up on her like you was going to fight her. He said, okay. Well, I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for walking up on you. Okay, cool. Next, we talk about Tisha feels disrespected that Kiki was invited to the Houston trip and she didn't know. She said the relationship is done forever. She can't ever be back cool with Kiki because of the things that she said. She said they family, but we will never be friends. I'm done. I get to choose my friends, and she is not somebody that I would choose to be around. They asked Kiki, did she use Tisha to get on the show? Kiki said no, it was always supposed to be me and Tisha on this show. Tisha said, yeah, but I never wanted her to be on the show like this with the drug issues and, she got a whole lot of stuff going on. That's not the only thing. She got more issues going on. Kiki said, like what? Like what? Only things that, would be unsavory basically is the pills and the relationship infidelity. So what is it? Tisha and Marcel are just like, I'm not going to say it. Marcel says, I'm not one to ever reveal new info. So I'm not going to say it. It'll just be what it is. Well, Kiki, Tisha, y'all need to fix your relationship. Tisha said, how am I going to fix it after everything she done said today? And I agree. Kiki going to say, well, I go for the jugular when I'm mad. Kiki, although I don't like Tisha, Kiki is very, very childish in that manner. Well, I get offended when I'm ignored, so I had to throw a drink. Well, I get offended when I feel like people coming at me, so I gotta go for the jugular and try to ruin your life. Girl, I wouldn't want to be cousins. I wouldn't want to be cousins with you either, let alone try to forge a friendship just because we cousins. Like, listen, I am a person who will cut you off, need be. It's never worth it to disturb my peace. I have cut cousins off before because of past situations, so I'm kind of with Tisha on this one. Like, no, y'all not gonna make me be cool with her and hang out with her and talk to her just because we cousins. Because it's like, well, do it for the sake of your daughters. I hope y'all work something out for the sake of your daughters. And they talk about how their daughters are best friends or used to be best friends or whatever. But now Tisha don't even want to, tell the daughters what's going on. So when her daughter asked to go spend the night with Kiki, she said she got to make up excuses on why she can't go over there. And she claims that Kiki tried to block her daughter's... Kiki took her daughter's phone and tried to block Tisha's daughter's number from her phone. Kiki claims she has never done that. Tisha just lying. Next, they talk about Tisha taking that pregnancy test. She said, well, I didn't try to hide it from you. Like, you know, if I was cheating, I wouldn't have told you that I thought I was pregnant. I wouldn't have took a test on TV if I was cheating. He said, or you were just bold about it. Y'all know Marcel got a grandstand. He got to make sure there's still a talk of the show. So Carlos asked him, do you think that she would step out on you? He said, yes. She has a hole in her mouth, right? Yes, she's capable of doing that. He said, do I think that she's probably going to do it? No. But is she capable? Yes. Like, she's a woman. Mel is kind of backing Tisha up. She be kind of having Tisha's back in a way. But it's like, what's the motive? Or do you have my back so that I can stay mad at my husband? Or do you have my back because this is what you genuinely feel? That's what I be feeling about every time Mel backs up Tisha in any way, especially when it comes to her arguing with Marcel. So Marcel is trying to compare Tisha taking a pregnancy test to him taking a blood testing the baby. I was very confused on that part because it was like, one, I can't remember. I don't remember if he was explaining it well, or maybe I was just over the conversation at that part, and it was just like, okay, but she's not pregnant. She says I'm not pregnant, so it truly don't even matter. I just been eating good, I guess. Martell gonna slip in there, and she wearing it well. She wearing it well, and I'm like, Martell, can you stop lusting for this lady? She is a part of y'all friend circle. She is a married woman. Stop lusting for her. Stop commenting on her body. It's like the 4th time this season he done commented on her body. It's like the 4th time this season he done commented about Tisha's body. So Mel asked Marcel, well, would you have left her if she was pregnant? And would she have been justified in cheating? Well, people believe he cheated, so I guess so. Everybody like, I guess she'd be justified in me. I wouldn't be blaming them. And then they go to commercial break. We come back from commercial break to Kiki riled up, y'all. Kiki is extremely riled up, and we don't know what's going on. She's sitting there looking over at Tisha Marcel. We like, who she talking to? You one lying B. You lying B. Talking about some street walking. I got you, bro. I got you, bro. And I'm like, ooh. Was that the 3rd thing they was talking about? Apparently, they're alleging, well, Kiki is alleging that, Kiki is saying that Marcel alleged that Kiki was out there selling it on the corner for a fix, basically, that she was out there street walking. I got you, bro. I got you, bro. He said, well, come get me. Tisha said, I bet you won't cross this line. I bet you won't cross this line. It won't happen again. You talk all that mess from across the stage, but you run up on my husband. It's me and you. It's me and you. It's me and you. Y'all, who y'all think will win a fight with Kiki and Tisha? They both look like they can get down. But Kiki got a little crazy behind the eyes because of, you know, her situations. So, I don't know. Not that I want to see it because they're cousins and I don't want to see cousins fighting. But yeah, it got heated in that moment. So somebody's like, the cameras are rolling, y'all. The cameras are rolling. I think it was Martell. The cameras are rolling. Let's act like we got some sense. I was like, oh, you got some sense. Let's close out this show. Okay, we about to go home, y'all. All right, just keep it together. Keep it together for 10 more minutes, y'all. 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes. So they get back to the show, and results, you know, the results are in. Courtney and Fletcher are not cousins, but more results are in that show that Reese is a millimeter. They started laughing about that. They said, I thought he was a raindrop. I thought he was a raindrop. They just kind of laugh, and that's how they end up closing out the show slash reunion. This season was a bit exhausting. It was a bit exhausting, y'all, because it was just so all over the place. So much carried over mess, so much nonsense, so much foolery. And into the foolery, Martell did an interview with Tasha K. I did not watch the interview with Tasha K, but I ended up seeing people tweeting about it, and I saw where another YouTuber, who was it, Jamie That's Me? I think it's Jamie That's Me, did a recap of the interview. Cause y'all, I just can't bring myself to watch Tasha K and her messy self. I said I might watch it just because I want to see the little clips that they talking about, and I want to help Cardi get her money from Tasha K with those views. Cause y'all know Cardi be garnishing them checks. Cardi be garnishing them YouTube checks, child. Oh, you ain't got the money? Okay, cool. On this interview with Martell and Tasha K, he basically outs Melody as being the abuser in their relationship. He may have cheated, but she was in there abusing him. They said it's clips of her trying to burn down the house, clips of, was it like her with a bat or something? Just all these different clips of male showing abusive ways. And he finally, for the most part, claimed Ariane in this interview. He really wants her to be on the show. Sounds like he wants her to get a check so she don't have to be in his pockets as deep as she is. I mean, I guess the thing about trying to get Ariane on the show is, will anybody even film with her? I don't know that anybody would even film with her, because it's been cheating allegations on all of the guys. So as wives, Kiki, all of the main cast, the core six. So I don't think that Tisha and Kimmy would be on board to film with Ariane, because y'all opening up the door that if your husband got caught cheating or something, y'all opening up the door for their mistress to come on. So I just don't think it would be smart for them to even try to film with her, because it's like you could be shooting your own self in the foot another year or two down the line. But I know people live for the mess, but I don't know if people would really even be here for Ariane coming on Love and Marriage Huntsville. People always bring up, well, Mel and Martell ain't married no more. Yeah, but they started off this show married people. So there was still a marriage between them. And they're like executive producers, right? So yeah, I can see them not going nowhere on the show anyway. But people was on Carlos King head saying, oh, you always, talking about housewives and talking about Married to Medicine with Heavenly. You always talking about other people's shows. But Martell getting arrested and going to jail, and you ain't talking about that. You ain't on YouTube talking about that. Carlos King said because they're currently filming the next season right now. So he ain't finna get out there and reveal nothing about his shows and the season that's coming up. He gonna let us watch it on TV, okay? Period. Love and Marriage DC is back, but I never really, I watched part of the first season, but it never really grasped me. It never really, it wasn't anything for me there. So no, I will not be reviewing that. I've never reviewed that. I don't even enjoy the show. And he has another show coming out on WeTV called Bold and Bougie with like Goshay, if y'all remember her from Real Housewives of Atlanta. I dated Roger Bob too. I dated him too. But for the real, deep cut fans who used to watch Lala Anthony's show, that's when I was first introduced to Gaucher, because Lala has a stud cousin named Dice, and Dice was dating Gaucher while that show was going on. So that's how I first was introduced to her. Because Gaucher had the hair salon. I don't know if she had her hair salon yet, but I know she was doing hair. And she was girlfriends with Dice. So Lala was like, well, you dating my cousin. I want to be around you. I want to get to meet you and stuff. So Gaucher is on there. Crystal, which is Neo's ex, is on there. Tamika, which is Usher's ex, is on there. And I can't remember who the other person, I don't know her name. I don't think she dated nobody. I think they said she was like a producer on the Real Housewives of Atlanta or something like that. Can't remember her name. But I was thinking about watching that show on WeTV and seeing, Malaysia's on there from Basketball Wives too. Seeing how it was, if it made any sense to watch or whatever. But yeah, y'all, that is it for Love and Marriage Huntsville for a little second. Ain't no telling when they're gonna be back. They'll probably be back in 3 weeks, knowing Carlos. But I guess he gotta let Love and Marriage DC have its time on the network, because it's been gone for so long. Even the people that were watching it, dedicated watching it, they kind of over it because they took such a long break. Like, they filmed the daggone reunion dang near a year ago. It's been off the air for so long. I'm like, what is happening? We got to see Detroit. Y'all done brought Huntsville back, and he done did a whole nother show, and y'all still ain't let this one be. So yeah, I doubt I watch DC. I know I'm not gonna review it, but I doubt I even watch it at all. So I hope y'all enjoyed this review. Make sure y'all like, thumbs up the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And yeah, y'all, all of the things. We done with this show. We done with it. It's in the rearview mirror of our lives right now. So I guess I'm going to just have Married to Medicine and Real Housewives of Potomac to focus on. So bye, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed the review, and I will see y'all in a few days for Bravo shows. Bye.